Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and I'm the owner of seasonandserveblog.com. As you can see today, we are in my kitchen and that means I'm going to be cooking up a delicious recipe for you guys. Today we are going to be cooking up one of my favorite fall comfort foods, Chicken Kiev. If you've never had Chicken Kiev before, it is simply a chicken breast that is stuffed with a delicious herb and garlic butter, which is then breaded and then either fried or baked. Now, this recipe does require a little bit of technique to get that delicious herb and garlic butter to stay within the chicken breast and not ooze out everywhere when it is cooking. So I've done many trials of this Chicken Kiev recipe, and while the results have always been delicious, sometimes that herb and garlic butter does leak out depending on the technique that you use. Today I am showing you guys an awesome technique to ensure that that herb and garlic butter stays within the chicken breast and it doesn't ooze out when it's baking. So when you go to cut into it, when it's all cooked, you'll have that beautiful oozing herb and garlic butter waterfall. It is amazing. My mouth is watering. Let's get into this video. And as always, if you're looking for the full ingredients and measurements, they will be linked in the description box below. To begin, we are going to make the herb and garlic butter, and it couldn't be easier. Simply chop up 2 cloves of garlic, along with some parsley, and add it into a mixing bowl. Once that's in the bowl, you can go ahead and add some salted butter. And I have a preference for salted butter because I think the flavor is much more savory, and in this recipe, it really works. But if you want, you can use unsalted butter as well. Once the butter is in the bowl, I go ahead and add a pinch of salt as well as a few grinds of black pepper, and then give everything a mix. Once the butter is all mixed together, you want to go ahead and form little logs of butter on a plate lined with some parchment paper. Now this is important. You want to freeze them in these logs so that you can stuff the chicken breast a lot easier. If you were to stuff the chicken breast with this room temperature butter, you are going to have a huge mess on your hands. So go ahead and form it into the logs and then place it in the freezer for 15 minutes. While the butter is freezing, we want to go ahead and prepare our chicken breast. Now if you flip the chicken breast on its back, you'll often see that there is this long chicken tender that is attached to it. If it's there, go ahead and remove it, but save it for later. Now for this step, you want a very sharp paring knife because you have to be extremely precise. You're going to make an incision into the thickest part of the chicken breast to create a little pocket. So I go ahead and measure the length of the incision using the length of the paring knife, and once I have it lined up where I want it, I go ahead and carefully make the incision, making sure to not puncture any holes in any other part of the chicken breast. Once that's done, you just simply repeat it for the rest of the chicken breast. Now it's time to stuff the chicken breast. Go ahead and remove the herb and garlic butter from the freezer and begin by stuffing it into that incision that you just made. If the piece is too big, simply cut it up into smaller pieces and stuff it into the chicken. You will have a wonderful pocket of butter, even if you have just a tablespoon of butter inside of the chicken. Next, take the chicken tender that we saved and stuff it into the incision so that it completely covers the garlic butter. Now it seems a little bit weird to be stuffing chicken inside of chicken, but let me tell you, this works every time. And when the chicken pieces cook together, they really form a good seal, which will prevent the herb and garlic butter from leaking out. Once all the chicken breasts have been stuffed, go ahead and tuck the thin piece of the chicken breast underneath the stuffed chicken. This will ensure that all of the chicken will cook evenly, and it makes it into this nice oval shape, which is really great for presentation. Next, we're gonna go ahead and set up our breading station, and it's really simple. All you need is some flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs. So if you've seen my chicken strips recipe, you will know that there is a really great secret that I have to getting the most perfect breadcrumbs. What I like to do is melt some butter and then add the breadcrumbs in and mix it all to combine. This ensures that butter coats every single breadcrumb, which allows it to get nice and golden in the oven. Plus, it adds awesome flavor to the breadcrumbs as well. Next, we want to go ahead and bread the chicken. So carefully dunk each chicken breast into the flour mixture, followed by the egg mixture, and then into the breadcrumbs. Now this is going to get really messy, so you just got to get into it and make sure that everything is coated really well. Once the chicken breasts have been fully breaded, you want to go ahead and place them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Then go ahead and bake them in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the chicken breast should be fully cooked and will be nice and golden in color. And that tray doesn't have any herb and garlic butter on it, which means we did it right. Yes! You can go ahead and serve these chicken Kievs with any side dishes you want, but I really like some sauteed green beans along with some mashed potatoes. And there you have it, my wonderful classic chicken Kiev recipe. I hope you guys liked watching today's video, and if you want to make this recipe on your own, you can go ahead and find the full directions and all the ingredients and the measurements in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!